So here we have the Volvo V40 1.6 T2 SE nav on a 14 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So you'll see as we approach the back of the car, we've got reversing sensors in the rear bumper there. Plenty of boot space as well, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. And then this section will actually slide up and store out the way to give you even more space underneath should you need it. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back around to the front of the car now, and then I'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. And now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. These seats are in lovely condition, as you can see. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the fuel gauge. Then in the middle, we've got the speedometer. To the right-hand side of that, we have the rev counter. And then on the far right-hand side, we have a gear suggestion gauge, if you like. It will tell you when to go up and down a gear in terms of fuel economy. You can see in the middle, the total miles on this car are 17,688. There's various different trip computers available to you in this car. You can change settings from kilometers an hour to miles an hour, for example. And as you can see there, lots of different fuel consumption figures to have a look at as well, and obviously reset should you be going on a journey. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the right hand side we've got stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone on your contacts list, and it will do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. And then on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter as well. Over in the centre here is the main stereo screen for this car. So this is where you'd pair the phone amongst other things. You can see that we've got satellite navigation. In terms of the different ways of listening to radio on this car, we've got DAB digital radio as well as AM and FM. And then besides that, there's a few other ways to listen to your music in this car as well. So you can see, for example, there is a CD player. You can also stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio should you wish to, and you can connect up an auxiliary or USB device as well. So plenty of ways to listen to your music, and everything that I do on that screen is being controlled using the top half of this system here. So your volume for the stereo, for example, your satellite navigation, radio, other ways of listening to music. And then you have a separate dial over here for going through various menus. So this will twist, you can select OK, or you can go back a step as well. Beneath that, we have the dual zone climate control. So you can select your temperature from here, so down or up, and you can select left or right hand side of the car to determine which side of the car you're adjusting the temperature on. You can then adjust the fan speed over here, and everything you do shows on the bottom half of this screen just here by way of temperature and fan speed. Once you're happy that you've got the temperature you want, that button will turn the air conditioning on, or you can hit auto and the car will maintain the temperatures you've asked for by itself, and you can hear it adjusting the fan speed there, and then you can just override that by readjusting the fan speed yourself. This button will turn on or off the parking sensors. We then have a 6-speed manual gearbox, a couple of cup holders with a 12-volt charging socket and a cover to close that off with, and then in the central armrest a second 12-volt charging socket and the USB and auxiliary input that I mentioned previously. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.